A small group of Ukrainian soldiers is the last hope for holding their position. Other units have fallen back, but Serhiy and his team have been ordered to stay and defend no matter what. They're tired, running low on bullets, and haven't rested in days. Serhiy, their leader, is 38 and knows the dangers of war. Most of his soldiers are young, around 22, still brave but worn out. The night is still. They know the Russian forces are close by. Every shadow looks like it's moving, every small sound puts them on high alert. Then they hear it, a steady, deep thumping sound growing louder. It's a helicopter coming closer through the night. They know it's Russian. Serhiy feels his heart race as he looks around, thinking fast. They don't have much ammo left in their weapons. But then, one of the young soldiers, Ivan, taps Serhiy's shoulder, holding up the Stinger missile launcher. It's their one chance. Serhiy nods, understanding the plan without a word. Ivan steadies the Stinger on his shoulder, aiming carefully. He waits, breathing slowly, focusing on the sound as it gets closer. When the moment feels right, Ivan pulls the trigger. In this video, we'll break down how the Stinger missile launcher actually works, covering its main parts, the technology behind it, and how it tracks and destroys its target, all in 3D. The FIM-92 is a surface-to-air missile system that's guided by infrared. This is what the sight would look like for the launcher. This means it can lock onto the heat from its target, making it highly effective against aircraft. Developed in the US in the 1980s, the Stinger missile has been used by the US Army and 29 other countries. The missile is about 5 feet long and 2.8 inches wide. The missile itself weighs 22 pounds, but with the launcher and aiming equipment, it totals around 34 pounds. Now, let's see how the Stinger works. The missile has 4 main systems: the guidance, tail, propulsion, and warhead. These components are all crucial for a successful launch. Guidance system. This is what helps the missile track and follow its target. It includes sensors, a battery, and small wings that help adjust its path in flight. The tail has 4 foldable fins that keep the missile stable as it flies. The rear end, called the launch motor, provides initial thrust and then detaches once the missile is airborne. The propulsion area powers the missile in flight, keeping it on course toward the target. This is also where the rocket fuel is stored. The warhead contains about 1 pound of explosives, which causes damage on impact. Now, let's discuss the launcher. It's equipped with a battery coolant unit which cools the missile's electronic systems, including the infrared and guidance components. Using compressed argon gas, the BCU provides cooling for up to 45 seconds, after which it needs to be replaced. This small switch activates the IF interrogator, which sends a coded signal to nearby aircraft to identify them. Once activated, it checks for a friendly response, meaning it will send a code, and if the automatic code response matches, it's a friendly aircraft. If it does not receive a code, it will mark it as an enemy aircraft. You would think the enemy could spoof the code marking it as friendly, but this would not be possible as the codes are hard to crack and the algorithms are very sophisticated. When the soldier aims at a target, they'll hear a sound when the missile locks onto the heat of the target. Pulling the trigger fires a small rocket that launches the missile safely away from the soldier, and then the main rocket motor ignites, propelling it toward the target. The Stinger has a range of about 5 miles and can hit targets flying up to 11,500 feet high. During flight, if the target moves off-center, the guidance system automatically adjusts the missile's path to keep it on course. Here are some facts you probably did not know yet about the Stinger. The Stinger travels at supersonic speed of around 750 meters per second. The Stinger gained significant attention in the 1980s during the Soviet-Afghan War, where supplied Stingers were used by Afghan Mujahideen forces to successfully down Soviet helicopters, helping to turn the tide in some battles. The Stinger has evolved with advanced technology to counteract jamming and infrared countermeasures. Its dual-color URF seeker is designed to differentiate between flares and the actual heat of an aircraft, making it challenging to evade. Thank you for watching. If you learned something new, subscribe as I will do better in each video, providing information about all military technologies.